All right. Yeah, flak is a lot better than I thought it was gonna be, primarily because it's the only gun that isn't like extremely P dense. Because I wanted point defense and I made it cheap. And every single time I think I make a balanced mod, there's like this demon from hell called Owl Feathers that like smiles in my general direction and laughs. So with that said, I guess I'm just gonna start the tournament. Okay, so these ones are made by Skill is Not Skill. What was his name again? He had some name originally, but he changed his actual name. So I feel really bad. I don't remember your name, but yeah, this is Skill is Not Skill. So what they've done? Where's my mouse? Okay, so what they've done is they have like a ton of just gun spam in the middle here, and they have a bunch of this ship, which is the same thing. And the idea is hopefully it has enough shields to just be able to withstand whatever attack is against it, and then dish out some return with the lasers mostly. It's a pretty interesting design, actually. I kind of like it. And then on the other side, we have Lyle, who made Mecha again. And there's some flak in here, and then like the blade is all flak too, which looks pretty cool. I'm surprised at how, because most of the time people like stack guns or whatever, and it looks kind of ugly. But this is pretty cool. Probably just because it's in that sword thing. So yeah, flak is definitely OP. Uh, and with that said, we're gonna see. Yeah, the shields and antecedents are pretty weak. I know there was one shield that I knew was wrong. Oh wow. Okay, that was quick. Yeah, those shields are surprisingly strong. It's like the shields and the flak, because there's just so much of it, you really can't deal with it. And then he's put a oh yeah, he put two of these things in there too, the helix guns. Those ones look really cool with whatever recoloring scheme he made. But yeah, I think the flak is gonna be very powerful for this. So if you didn't put flak on your ships, good luck, I guess. All right, so up next we have skills ships again with the asymmetrical design. I'm just showing these in case someone was popping in. On the other side, we have Owl Feathers. So he built two ships. He built this little thing, which I'm assuming is a distractor drone. And then he built this thing, which in the rules, I gave you guys 1,000 block radius. And this is 1,000 block radius, like on the dot. So I don't know, maybe I should have thought more about that rule when I put it in. But yeah, it's got some stacked armor, which is interesting because it's really bad against the gun, which is just called gun. But apparently the AI like can't shoot through it if it's I don't know, it's like weird. And then obviously there's just a ton of flak in the middle here, so yeah. Those ships are eating through the hull, though. They might even, yeah, they've already killed one of the ships, or two, I guess one of the small ones, though. And those distractors, I can see how they're useful now, because they take off just enough firepower to where the main ships are being ignored. So they can maybe delete one of them, but then there's two left, and Skill has three ships left, and both main or two of the main ships to kill. The shields are really good against the gun block though, because it like completely invalidates basically all of the frag stuff going on from it. But yeah. Okay, next up is Alois's fleet. These ones are. This is actually pretty funny because he took a ship that he made as kind of maybe not a submission, but he made this with the idea of it being like a ship in the actual mod, and then just made it into a tournament ship, which is pretty funny. Yeah, it's definitely a pretty ship. I might add these into the mod, but I have a lot of Elois ships in my mod already, so we'll see how that ends up. But yeah. Also, in case you're worried about these like extremely fast projectiles, I've explained them a few times. The projectiles don't do anything. It's actually just an invisible laser, and the projectiles are for decoration. And because of the way reassembly sucks, it's actually possible for the visible projectile to be firing, but the laser to not be firing, which leads to some weird interactions when you don't have enough power. But Elois probably has enough. He has 3 generators. No, 4 generators plus the core, so. Yeah, he's already lost one ship, but he's not doing that bad. If he can get the. Oh, never mind. Although, no, this is definitely winnable for Elois. Never mind. Well, I thought when I saw the 2v5, he was definitely dead, but it looks like he wins this round. And Lois says, wait, what? Also, he used a lot of the point or the flak mines, which is this gun in the middle there. I don't know why my cursor isn't showing up, but that's this gun right here off to the side, which is mainly supposed to be missile area denial, and they'll kind of just sit around here and chill, but he put them on his ship also. So I don't know if those are helping or hurting him, but it definitely looks cool, so looking cool is helping, I suppose. And yeah, 2v2 definitely looks winnable for Elois, seeing as how his ships are twice as much P. And then finally, the only thing we haven't seen yet is Joyce's submission. So this one has 2 different ships. It has this one, which is the same thing, and this one. And this one is like 3,000 P, so I guess I'll start with this. But I like the shape. I like the shape, kinda, and I really like what he did with the funny little greebles on the outside here. Those are pretty cool. But yeah, he's got this ship is worth a lot less P, probably to get him into submission range because he was a bit rushed. But he's got some interesting Chad line designs going on in the middle here, and then a really bulky hull. Same thing for these ones. The only difference is these ones are using the double barrel. I don't even remember what I called these guns. And then the gun, which is aptly named gun. And this is the same thing. That is a lot of lasers, though. I don't know how well block spam is going to hold up. The thing is, for most block spam is, oh wow, yeah. So these double barrels are really good at short range, and he almost died. Yeah, the thing about block spam with this faction is because everything is so small, it's usually completely garbage. But this one doesn't have that much flak compared to some of the other submissions in it. And most of the damage is being dealt by the lasers, it looks like. So the lasers don't actually really care. But if these submissions had like a gun on them, it would probably have turned out significantly differently just because it's extremely good against block spam. Oh. Yeah, guns do big damage. They're also worth a lot of P. Kind of turned into super weapon level P, even though I didn't intend them to be. Oh wow, Joyous might win this one, or not Joyous. Yeah, Asymmetry wins this one, so nice win for Asymmetry. And now I'm curious about this fight because these ones are the most flak abusing submissions. Obviously, Owl Feathers is a bit more abusing of general tournament things than Lyelf, but those Lyelf ships tore through the fight they were in. This is going to be a pretty interesting fight, especially because he has some shields that might negate the gun damage. And wow, those. Okay, so apparently the. What's it called? The. Oh, never mind. I guess not. But if you saw earlier, the Helix cannons are super good, like extremely good against these ships. They cut through it completely. But yeah, it looks like those distractor drones are what's gonna make the difference here. Where's the. Oh, it's up there. Yeah, distractor drones are dead, so if. Oh, never mind. Elois. I don't know why Elois ships rush so much. I suppose all of them do, but Elois is like extremely noticeable how much they literally just fly into the main thing. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see right there how it just the flak completely melts through it because I gave it an explosion radius of 25 and thought this is okay, and spoiler alert, it wasn't okay. Owl Feathers versus Alois. These ones might be fast enough to just delete the what's it called, the distractor drones early on, which is what they did, and maybe correlate enough of an attack to like, oh, but yeah, the flak just tears everything in half. Yeah, there's not a chance. Wow, that needs a significant nerf. Because the idea was, oh yeah, people are going to use flak for like point defense against missiles, and then people used flak for point defense against ships. Yeah, like just completely obliterates the whole thing. Point offense, yeah. This is a fast tournament. I feel like most of them run for like an hour, but because it's only 5 submissions and flak is busted as hell, everything just is over in less than 30 seconds. Yeah, I might run a second one of these when I nerf flak to see what people come up with when that's not a thing that happens. I'm definitely going to reduce the radius of the explosion. This is like fight for third place, I think. So we'll see. Alois wins that one. See if he can do it again. Wow, yeah, that ship got deleted fast. Looks like a... Oh, never mind. What happened to this ship? Okay, so yeah, there you have it. That wasn't supposed to happen. Anyway, Al Feathers wins. Perfect win against everything. Lyelf comes in second place with wins against everything except Owl Feathers, and Elois comes in third place with wins against Asymmetry and Casper and Friend. Friend misspelled. Yeah, that was a fast tourney. It's been like, what? Can I check the recording time? Yeah, it's been like 20 minutes. Um, if you want, I could. I'm curious about this. This is just extra stuff with Ixwa, but I wonder how it would turn out because those distractor drones were what destroyed. I feel like destroyed Lyle's fleet. So if we remove the distractor drones, I wonder how that would look. Yeah, no, still looks like the same outcome. Never mind. Okay. This one's working a lot better for Lyle, though. It's not dying immediately. He might. Oh no, that ship is backwards. Its sword is stuck. Yeah. Oh, did Twitch break? Did Twitch break, or are you guys? Huh. And I was checking it earlier, but when I saw Owl Feather's first ship, it actually takes 10 of this ship to beat his fleet. And this one's like what? This one's 19,000 P. So, yeah. Elois is sending me another thing. Elois, what are you sending? Yeah, Flak moment, really. Flak's gonna get big nerf. Also, oh no, did this? Oh wait, because this is the old version, right? Never mind. Oh, is that like a tournament submission? You were trying to put the Dyson sphere so it blows the enemy up. Actually, for the next tournament, it's gonna have factories allowed and resource generation. And resource generation is gonna be free, so you can just leave it on your ship when you're building it. But the factories are interesting because give me a sec, I'm loading up Elois's ship. What did I miss? You missed the whole time. Yeah, I'm gonna upload it to YouTube very soon. I'm also really sorry, Skill, but your ship lost everything. Oh my god, that's what on earth? That's so expensive. All right, we'll see if owl feathers can beat. Oh, it's expensive just because it has like a ton of. You put them on the outside. That's so dumb. Okay, in case you don't know, these things are Dyson spheres, and they have like a massive explosion that will completely level a ship just by itself with one of them to counteract the fact that they have infinite power generation, and I guess they also have infinite mass. So it's basically a station core minus the core part because having two cores in your mod is bad mod design. But Alois decided that having infinite power generation isn't enough, so he just stacked them all over his ship. And as soon as any of these ships just break through these shields and hit one of those Dyson spheres, this entire thing is gonna explode. Yeah. But as I was saying, next tournament it's gonna have factories, and the factories have this interesting gimmick where if you break them, it and the blurb says, quote, it spills volatile DNA juice everywhere. So yeah, just completely gone. I'm gonna put one of these in here and then like how is Darlin Console still on? I thought I disabled everything. Whatever. Yeah. I will not buff the explosion, Alois. That's already like a 5,000 radius explosion or something on that. So I'm interesting, and the next turn, God, I keep getting off track. So it's gonna have the factories that explode, and when it explodes, it's gonna fragment a bunch of like basically infinite damage. What's it called? Just projectiles in a general radius. So I wouldn't say factory armor. I would say offensive factories. And I'm specifically not going to limit the amount of ships you can send in that tournament just to see if it's possible. Actually, I might limit the ships unless they have a factory on them. If they have a factory, they don't count towards the fleet limit. And then see if someone makes like a fleet of 200 ships that just charge into the enemy, get shot and explode, and just like the ship flies through a cloud of infinite damage projectiles. But yeah. Um with that said, unless anyone has anything else they want to send me last minute, I guess that's it. I'm gonna stop the stream and um, start working on uploading a thing. So yeah, hope that was fun for you guys, and see ya.